There is a dangerous phrase you need to be careful with. Nobody owes you anything. Sometimes it's wisdom, but sometimes it's a tool people use to keep you giving without ever questioning what you're receiving. You see it in workplaces. You see it in organizations. You even see it in places of service. They tell you, don't have an entitlement mentality. Nobody owes you anything. Serve with all your heart. Give your time. Be committed. Put the organization first. And you do. You give your time. You give your energy. You sacrifice opportunities. You keep showing up. But the moment you begin asking questions about your own growth, your own future, your own expectations, suddenly you're entitled. And that is where you need to become careful. Because if an environment constantly reminds you that nobody owes you anything whenever you have expectations, but constantly reminds you of commitment whenever they need your time, you need to pay attention, because commitment should not mean abandoning your own future. Service should not mean putting your entire life on hold, and loyalty should never require you to stop developing yourself. A wise person understands something very important. You can serve an organization faithfully and still build yourself. You can give your time and still have boundaries. You can be committed and still have a plan for your future. You can help build somebody else's vision without abandoning your own. Because here's the danger. You can spend 5 years being told to serve, 5 years being told to wait, 5 years being told that your reward will come later. And when you finally ask what happened to your own dreams, they can simply tell you, nobody forced you to stay. And technically, they're right. That's why you must never give away your years without knowing what you're building for yourself. Serve if you believe in the mission. Work if you're learning. Commit if the experience is developing you. But while you're serving, build yourself. Learn a skill. Build a network. Save money. Develop your own ideas. Create something that belongs to you. Have a backup plan. Because a wise person doesn't just ask, what am I giving to this place? They also ask, what is this experience helping me become? If the answer is nothing, then you may not be serving anymore. You may simply be disappearing inside somebody else's vision. So don't allow anyone to manipulate you with the language of humility. Nobody owes you anything should never mean that you owe everybody your time, your youth, your energy, and your future. Be generous. Be committed. Serve with excellence, but never become so useful to an organization that you become useless to yourself. Because at the end of the day, they will continue. The organization will continue. The company will continue. The institution will continue. But your time, your youth, your opportunities, you don't get them back. So serve wisely, give intentionally, and while you're helping build something for someone else. Make sure you're building something for yourself too. For real, nobody owes you anything, but not for a place where your time, creativity, and productivity is heavily invested in. Because the goal is not to become the person who served the longest. The goal is to become the person who used every season of service to become better, wiser, stronger, and more prepared for the life they were meant to build.